Good morning. So we are going to revise our previous topic, which is the acute inflammation, vascular events. Okay. So in vascular event, it is divided into two parts. We study vascular event in two parts. First is hemodynamic changes, and second one will be changes in the vascular permeability. Okay. So acute inflammatory, I already told you, two events में acute inflammation is divided into two events. First will be the vascular event and second will be the cellular event. In vascular event, there is alteration in the microvasculature is the earliest response to tissue injury. These alteration includes hemodynamic changes and changes in vascular permeability. So the hemodynamic changes, what kind of hemodynamic changes occur? First, starting in the starting phases of the acute inflammation. Okay, so first will be the earliest feature of inflammatory response result from the changes in the vascular flow and caliber of small blood vessels in the injured tissue. The sequence of these changes, you must remember these sequence changes under, and these are, first will be irrespective to the type of cell injury, immediate vascular response is the transient vasoconstriction of the arterioles. Why there is a transient vasoconstriction? The answer is very simple. It is a neurogenic phenomena. First, there will be a neurogenic phenomena which causes transient vasoconstriction. First, if there is any kind of injury occur in the body, especially in the vascular system, first phenomena will occur will be the transient vasoconstriction. Okay, but it is very short times. Why it is very short time? Why it is very short duration? Because chemical mediator act on the smooth muscles of the arterioles, which causes the second phenomena which is the persistent progressive vasodilation. You remember the diagram?
Yes.
अब उस diagram को अपने दिमाग में रखो बिल्कुल. What will happen? There is an injury in that tissue which causes damage in the parenchymal cells, which will release histamine, bradykinin and prostaglandins, which goes to the smooth muscles of the arterioles, and there are receptors for these kind of chemical mediators, and these chemical mediators act on smooth muscle and causes vasodilation. Okay, now you understand very clearly. This is very simple phenomena. You don't have to give too much stress to it. Now, progressive vasodilation in turn may elevate the local hydrostatic pressure, resulting in transudation of fluid into the extracellular space. So I have already described you that how the fluid escaped from vascular compartment to the interstitial compartment. I don't think I have to repeat this again, but I have to repeat. एक बार वापस पढ़ाऊं या ऑलमोस्ट समझ में आ गया था? एक बार वापस पढ़ाऊं? चलो क्विकली अपन रिवाइज कर लेते हैं कि क्या होता है. सो इन नॉर्मल कंडीशन व्हाट इज हाइड्रोस्टैटिक प्रेशर इज मोर इन द vascular compartment. Normally at the arterial end, if this is the artery, this is the artery and this is the venule. Okay, so in normal condition hydrostatic pressure is more here and decreases as soon as it passes through the venules. Okay, but the colloidal osmotic pressure, also known as the oncotic pressure, is constant from arterial end to the venule end. Why it is constant? Because plasma protein colloidal osmotic pressure is the pressure exerted by the plasma proteins present in the vascular system or in the blood, and these pressure is always constant because plasma proteins in normal condition does not escape from vascular compartment to the interstitial compartment. Do you getting what I am telling you? In normal condition, there are no gaps between the endothelial cells, so plasma proteins are unable to escape from vascular compartment to the extracellular space. Okay, not intracellular space. Intracellular space is the space within the cell. Okay, extracellular space is the space which is present at the outside the cells. So there are parenchymal cells, different type of cells. If there is a, this is matrix and this will be called intracellular space, but outside these there will be extracellular space or extracellular fluid. Okay, you have to be very clear about that. Okay, so in normal condition, plasma proteins is unable to escape from vascular system to the extracellular space. But in cases of normal fluid, how normal fluid changes due to the difference of these pressure, normal fluid will go out from vascular compartment to the extracellular compartment, and as soon as it reaches from this part of the vascular system or microvasculature, there will be increase osmotic pressure here but decrease hydrostatic pressure, which will cause the extra fluid to come again into the vascular compartment, and little bit of fluid already left here because not this pressure and this pressure is not completely equal. So all the amount of fluid that come out does not get back into the vascular system, but little bit of remaining fluid will be drained by the lymphatic system. Okay, so there will be no edema present in the normal situation. Okay, do you understand that properly? Now what happens in the cases of injured case or in cases of inflammation? What happens in the cases of inflammation? There will be vasodilation will occur. Then due to vasodilation there will be more amount of fluid coming into that part, more amount of blood, especially more amount of blood coming into that part. What it will cause? It will cause increase hydrostatic pressure will be increased because hydrostatic pressure is the pressure exerted by the fluid on the wall of the arteries or veins or any, if there is a cup, उसके अंदर पानी भरोगे तो that water will causes hydrostatic pressure to that particular cup. Okay, simple सा इतना सा होता है. And osmotic pressure will be plasma proteins pressure exerted on that wall of the arteries. Okay, so hydrostatic pressure will be increased due to the excessive coming of blood into that particular part. Due to excessive of blood coming to that part, which causes hydrostatic pressure to increase. And also, so if in normal condition, what happens? There will be increased hydrostatic pressure. If hydrostatic pressure is increased and osmotic pressure is not decreased but remains same, still there is more difference in the mean pressure. Mean pressure में अंतर रह जाएगा ना. मान लो ये this is 25 and this is go to 65, then mean pressure will be almost 30. So more amount of fluid can come out here. Almost 30 pressure amount can come out here. Okay, but due to at the granular end, now you have to understand why the hydrostatic pressure is falling down here. Does any one of you can tell me why hydrostatic pressure is coming down but not the osmotic pressure is not coming down? Please speak loudly. There is simple logic behind it and you have to understand this. Why the hydrostatic pressure is coming down? In normal condition, the hydrostatic pressure also comes down in the valvular end. Hydrostatic pressure is more at arterial end and low at venular end. In normal condition, it also comes down. And in abnormal condition, like condition of inflammation, there will be more blood coming in, which causes increase in hydrostatic pressure, but still it decreases at the venular end. Not almost exactly at normal condition, but it starts from 65 and come up to 45 mm of Hg. Okay, then why?
Inflammation की वजह से.
No, not because of inflammation. In normal condition, there will be no inflammation, but hydrostatic pressure is still coming down. Why it is? Why? आउटवर्ड लगता है वो, तो क्या हुआ? वो डाउन क्यों आ रहा है? Why hydrostatic pressure is coming down at that particular point, venular end? No, chemical is secreted only in the cases of inflammation. I am asking about the normal condition. In normal condition, hydrostatic pressure still come down.
सर आर्टरियल्स में तो ब्लड आता है ना,
Yes.
तो वो बढ़ जाता है और वेन से ब्लड बाहर नहीं जाता.
Then what happened? ब्लड आता है तो आता है, वो तो इन्फ्लेमेशन में भी आता है, वो उसमें भी आता है, चलो ठीक है. वेन में जाता है तो क्या कम जाता है? वेन में भी जाना तो उतना ही चाहिए, नहीं तो एडिमा डेवलप हो जाएगा. Why? Nobody asked me that question yesterday, and still you don't ask me that question. I told you, मैं पूछूंगा, किसी ने पूछा ही नहीं था, तो मैं क्या करूं? No answer. Okay. Now what is hydrostatic pressure? I told you. What? कुछ बता रही? कुछ समझ में आया? मतलब कुछ लग रहा है कि ऐसे हो सकता है कब?
फ्लूइड के अंदर का प्रेशर होता है.
क्या?
किसी पर्टिकुलर फ्लूइड के अंदर प्रेशर होता है.
Yes, this is hydrostatic pressure. So why it is coming down at the venular end? No idea. कुछ लोगों को तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा दिखता है कि क्या बोल रहा हूँ. No? पूरी बुक छान मारोगे तब भी नहीं मिलेगी. ले लो तो वो बेचारी बोल के बैठी उसको समझ नहीं आ रही क्या होता है. You have to remember physiology for it. I told you, pathology is related to anatomy and physiology. अब physiology भी नहीं पता तो तुम logic लगाओ. Okay. ज़्यादा होता है. अब इनमें कैसे? How? You are absolutely right. Hydrostatic pressure is due to the fluids, and it is more at arterial end and low at venular end. Yes, but where is the fluid going? अगर वो ज़्यादा है,
सर ECF में आ जाता है.
fluid is coming into the ECF due to the high hydrostatic pressure. Then if the fluid is coming out, then the amount of the fluid is little bit decreasing at where बहुत धीरे धीरे यहाँ पे डिक्रीज होता जा रहा है, वो धीरे धीरे डिक्रीज होता जा रहा है. That's why there is a low pressure at the venular end. Now you understand? क्या कहा था? सब पता है तुमको? सब पढ़ते हो, बस आता नहीं है सर, याद नहीं है. अब समझ में आया? अब याद रहेगा ही कि क्यों हाइड्रोस्टैटिक प्रेशर यहाँ ज्यादा होता है. ठीक है? तो when hydrostatic pressure is more, then more amount of fluid can come out here. Okay, but due to the venular end there is low hydrostatic pressure, but it still is more than the colloidal osmotic pressure or oncotic pressure due in cases of inflammation or acute inflammation. Why there is still that the colloidal osmotic pressure in inflammation still come down from its अगर normally यहाँ 25 है, then at the venular end in normal condition it is still 25. Okay, but in cases of inflammation what will happen, that it starts from 25 because plasma
Increase
protein is plasma protein. It does not affect the amount of blood coming into that. So plasma protein pressure is still 25, but at the end it will come to 20,
20.
and mean pressure will still be therefore 25. Okay. Now why it will come down to 20? Because due to excessive fluid coming down, ये तो normal condition में excessive fluid कम जा रहा, but I already told you there are changes in the permeability. Gaps का formation हो रहा है. What will gaps will do? Gaps, from the gaps there will be exudation of plasma proteins into the extracellular space. If the plasma protein will exudate from vascular compartment to the extracellular compartment, there will be low amount of plasma protein present in the vascular compartment, and due to that there will be decrease in some amount of pressure of the colloidal osmotic pressure. So the hydrostatic pressure is still up and colloidal osmotic pressure is still low. So the total mean pressure will be not that much that will cause the excessive amount of fluid to come back again into the vascular compartment. Are you getting my point? समझ में आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है तो अभी पूछ लो. समझ में आ गया सबको? ओके, समझ में आ गया कि क्यों वापस नहीं आ पाता है? ठीक है? That's where there will be अब excessive amount में fluid यहाँ बाहर आ गया. So what it will cause? So maximum amount 30 pressure amount of fluid will come out here, but not all 30. Almost we can say that 5 pressure amount can go back. Not all, but 5 pressure amount can go back, and lymphatics are unable to drain all the excessive amount of the fluid coming there. So there will be excessive accumulation of fluid into that particular inflamed area. Excessive amount of fluid, excess amount of fluids 30, okay, then 5 will go out, remaining will be 25, okay. Understanding it in liters, there will be 30 liter fluid coming into that particular area, okay. And if 5 liter can go back, then how much liter will it remain?
25.
25 liter fluid will remain here. Okay, let's assume that lymphatics can drain up to 10 liters of fluid. So from 25, 10 liter can be drained by the lymphatic system. So remaining amount will be 15. Still there is 15 liter of fluid present here, which cannot be drained by lymphatics, which cannot be absorbed by the vascular system. So what will happen? There will be accumulation of 15 liter fluid in that particular tissue. So the excessive amount fluid, what will it cause? It will cause swelling. Okay? So there will be swelling present at that particular area. Okay? ये समझ में आ गया? अच्छी तरह आ गया? So ये vascular compartment का हो गया. अब इसमें देखो, so slowing or stasis of micro circulation follows, which cause increased concentration of red cells and thus raise blood viscosity. Okay, so why there will be slowing or stasis? ये तो समझ में आ गया. Progressive vasodilation in turn may be elevate the local hydrostatic pressure. This will be clear, resulting in transudation of fluid into the extracellular space. Why there will be transudation? Okay, because the mean pressure is high at that level, so there will be transudation of liquid into the extracellular space. Then, due to plasma proteins बाहर आ रहे हैं, okay, fluid बाहर आ रहा है. If the fluid come out from vascular compartment to the extracellular compartment, what will happen here? If only fluid is able to come out from that compartment. Right? I will give you an example. Lemonade. Do you know what is lemonade? Lemonade. What is lemonade? जो जानता है वो बताओ. Lemonade. शिकंजी. शिकंजी सब जानते हो? Okay. Now let's assume that you take a 1 cup of water. Okay. And you take full almost half amount of sugar. ठीक है, पूरा शुगर ले लिया, पूरा वाटर का कप ले लिया, आधा भर दिया. ठीक है, अब तुम क्या करो कि उसमें से पानी निकालो. अभी तुम बिल्कुल नॉर्मल वो जितनी जैसे हो सकता है उसका जैसा कॉन्सेंट्रेशन हो सकता है वैसा है. थोड़ा लिक्विड है, थोड़ा ऑलमोस्ट लाइक सेमी सॉलिड. ओके, बट इट कैन, अगर मैं उसको यहाँ डालूंगा तो आराम से डुल जाएगी, ऐसी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. नाउ लेट्स अज्यूम इफ आई पुट a needle in it and suck all the water from it. Then if I try to pour it in the ground, then what will happen? It is become more concentrated. Okay, not diluted. I took out all the water, I took all the solvent, but solute is still present in the lemonade. So there will be more concentration. Concentration will increase in that particular part. बढ़ेगी या नहीं बढ़ेगी?
बढ़ेगी सर.
समझ में आ रहा है? ये बात तो समझ में आ गई ना कि क्यों बढ़ जाएगी. अगर मैं उसमें से पानी निकालूंगा इंजेक्शन डाल के, बढ़ेगी बढ़ेगी. ठीक है, यहाँ पे मैं फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने बताया, अब यहाँ पे भी क्या हो रहा है? ब्लड इज नॉट ओनली फ्लूइड, इट कंटेन्स मैनी थिंग्स. इट कंटेन्स WBC, इट कंटेन्स RBC, इट कंटेन्स प्लेटलेट, इट कंटेन्स प्लाज्मा फ्लूइड, प्लाज्मा प्रोटीन्स. It also contains some antibodies. Okay, so there will be too much part in it, and also there will be water. Then it will become blood. Okay, so water is coming out from that particular part. In that particular area, water is coming out. Then what will happen? There will be increased concentration of that particular cells in that blood. Okay, so what it will cause? It will cause slowing or stasis of microcirculation. Okay, there is too much blood is coming in that particular part. There are excessive amount of RBCs, excessive amount of platelets, excessive amount of plasma protein, excessive amount of WBC. Then from here at the arteriolar end, all the water is coming out from here. What will happen here? There will be too much RBCs and too much WBCs, but no water. So what it will cause? It will cause stasis of the blood. Okay, समझ में आया stasis क्यों होने लगा? ठीक है. Now stasis is followed by leukocyte margination or peripheral orientation of leukocyte along the vascular endothelium. Okay, this will I explain the cellular events, how it will happen. Triple response is not, it is an example of acute inflammation. Altered vascular permeability, forces that cause outward movement of the fluid. यही पूछ रहे थे आप लोग कि ये कैसे होता है. This is I already told you. You are not getting the right point. Okay, let's suppose forces that causes outward movement of the fluid. What it means? From vascular compartment to the extracellular compartment. So tell me, how from vascular compartment to the extracellular compartment, which forces will causes it to come down? First will be the yes, but you are telling me wrong. Increased hydrostatic pressure. Increased hydrostatic pressure will cause fluid to come down, and also there will be colloidal osmotic pressure of the interstitial fluid. अब ये तो बहुत कैसे समझोगे जब हाइड्रोस्टैटिक प्रेशर में नहीं आ रहा था. Okay, let's go again from here. Forces that causes inward movement will be the interstitial fluid into the circulation are the intravascular colloidal osmotic pressure and hydrostatic pressure of the interstitial fluid. Okay, दोनों एक ही काम कर रहे हैं, बाहर भी भेज रहे हैं, अंदर भी ला रहे हैं. बस समझने का थोड़ा है. क्या होगा? Increase hydrostatic pressure act will, अगर यहाँ हाइड्रोस्टैटिक प्रेशर इंक्रीज होगा, you know what is diffusion? Simple diffusion. What is simple diffusion? From
High concentration to low.
higher concentration to the
Low concentration.
okay. Now, if the fluid is higher in that vascular compartment and low in interstitial space, what it will cause? बहुत ट्रिकी है, वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो ये कैसे आएगा? ओके, लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड. यहाँ पे हाइड्रोस्टैटिक प्रेशर इज 65.
65.
Let's assume, okay, and here hydrostatic pressure will be. Why there will be hydrostatic pressure in the extracellular space? बिल्कुल, exactly. बस यही याद रखना है. Fluid वहाँ पे भी है, so there will be hydrostatic pressure there. So what hydrostatic pressure for assume? Let's assume it will be 20. Okay, there will be 20 hydrostatic pressure. So hydrostatic pressure is high at and low at. So what it will cause? Diffusion हो जाएगा ना, simple diffusion होगा नहीं होगा? Yes. So fluid will come out at extracellular space. So what is this? When intrahydrostatic pressure, first I will explain you how upward movement occurs due to the intravascular hydrostatic pressure. Intravascular hydrostatic pressure is more. Okay, and second is colloidal osmotic pressure of the interstitial fluid. Now here interstitial pressure is 25. Okay, and interstitial pressure, colloidal osmotic pressure is here 35. Example. अब क्या होगा? इन्वर्ट हो जाएगा. Sure. Okay. First invert. Interstitial fluid into circulation. These are intravascular colloidal osmotic pressure, जो कि तुम बता रहे हो exactly. ठीक है? And hydrostatic pressure of the interstitial fluid. ठीक है? So first we take hydrostatic pressure. First we understand how hydrostatic pressure is working here. Okay? So first, if hydrostatic pressure is more here and low here, so fluid will come out. Okay, that's so simple. Now here, what happened? Due to the coming of extra fluid into the extracellular space, what it will causes to the hydrostatic pressure of the ECS. Extracellular space के hydrostatic pressure पे क्या होगा? If more fluid is coming down in the extracellular
Pressure
space,
will increase.
it will increase the pressure. Okay, so now the extracellular space is from here it is 20, at the ventricular end it becomes 55. Okay, so it is still more than the intracellular hydrostatic pressure से ज़्यादा है ना? ठीक है, but it will cause inward movement. So ठीक है, interstitial, you know, hydrostatic pressure of the interstitial fluid. ठीक है, ये समझ में आ गया? Now second one will be the colloidal osmotic pressure is, यहाँ पे कितना हुआ?
55.
यहाँ पे कम है, यहाँ ज़्यादा है, ऊपर कम है, इसकी वजह से क्या हुआ? It will cause inward movement of the due to increase osmotic pressure in the extracellular fluid, it will cause inward movement of the fluid. Fluid अंदर चल जाएगा. और अगर यहाँ पे कम हुआ तो सारे नंबर लिखिए, मैं कंफ्यूज हो गया कौन सा
20 वाला था सर.
30 है. This is the colloidal osmotic pressure here. And colloidal osmotic pressure here is 25. ठीक है. Now colloidal osmotic pressure is become here 20. Okay. 20. And what will become here 25. अगर वहाँ जाता है तो आउटवर्ड मूवमेंट होगा, इनवर्ड होगा. understand this very clearly that osmotic colloidal osmotic pressure is occurred due to the colloidal osmotic pressure is due to chalk. Why there is colloidal osmotic? What is colloidal osmotic pressure? कुछ नहीं आता, कुछ समझ में भी नहीं आता. Not understand. How much time happened?
30 minutes.
30. Okay, let's discuss it in next class. Okay, stop.